Hey, everybody. It's Coach Simone Kelly with another edition of Own Your Power Lifestyle Show. And I'm here today with Clint Coley, who's my Facebook friend, my new Instagram friend.
Yes. I'm your new Instagram friend.
Welcome. It just shows the power of the internet, how you can connect with people that you don't know from a hole in the wall, right?
Facts.
So
Facts.
I saw one of your shows called Side by Side on Instagram. Somebody sent it to me, and I really loved it. It was so creative and a lot of fun. And if you could just tell people quickly about who you are and how you came up with the idea for Side by Side.
Who I am and how I came up with the idea of Side by Side. All right. So first, my name's Clint Coley. I'm a comedian. That's how I started out this business, man. I've been doing comedy now for like 13 years. I started when I was like 19 years old. I've been doing comedy. I've been doing comedy for about 13 years. And after doing stand up for a while, like maybe like 6 years into my career, I was like, yo, you need more than you can't just be funny in this business. You need to have more. You need to be a Swiss Army knife in a sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be the jack of all trades. So I was like, all right, I started writing scripts. Like I started writing. So long story short, ended up getting a couple of joints picked up, ended up working on some shows and, stuff like that, stuff that I'm not loud about, but yeah, I write a lot. And once we got quarantined and my touring stopped, like I can't go on the road no more. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I need to do something. So I got this idea about a guy and a girl. The idea comes from my friend, a homeboy of mine. He is quarantined, or he was quarantined with his side chick, and he's married.
Oh,
and I was like, man, I was like, man, I don't even know how do you even do this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was like, man, don't, you can't talk about this. I said, yo, but I think it's a great idea though.
I can make it fiction, right?
Yeah, he's like, don't, because I got a podcast called Advice from a Fuckboy. He's like, don't talk about this on your podcast. I was like, all right, I won't, but I'll figure out another way. Next thing you know, I was like, all right, let me do this then. So I was like, all right, let me write a show, quick little web show about, a guy and a girl who are quarantined together, but they each other's side piece. And I thought of the idea. I thought it was dope. And I sent the script over to Jasmine, who's my amazing co-host. I also sent the script over to my boy, Tony Chenault, who's my amazing DP and director of photography, for those who don't know. And that's how it came about. So like literally it happened like during this time. So like we got shut down March 16th. I thought of this show maybe the following week, and then it's been on ever since.
Wow. And it's such a topic too, because there's a lot of that going on where people are stuck with their side piece
they won't admit that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, but I like the chemistry. The acting was really good. It's very funny. And it kind of gave me the vibe of Black. I don't know if you ever saw Black and Sexy TV.
Yeah, I have.
They have like a lot of. It made me
very familiar with that.
Reminded me of that. And how did you meet Jasmine, and how did she become a part of it?
So I met Jasmine. So remember, I was saying like that I worked on shows and stuff like that. So I wrote this pilot called Scratch, and it got picked up by Flavor Unit, and they were like,
congrats.
I mean, thanks, but so it got picked. So Flavor Unit was like, yo, we want to do this. I was like, all right, bet. So I'd already shot a version of it myself, right? And then Shakim was like, yo, yeah, this is cool, but I want to, I want to recast. So I was like, all right, bet. Like we can recast that. So long story short, I'm going through casting tapes, and I see Jasmine's tape, and I'm like, yo, this shit is dope, right? So I totally forgot that I had put out a casting call on the internet for it too, like on my page, right? So apparently a friend of hers was like, yo, you should audition for this. She did. I liked it. And I didn't know that the girl was her friend though. So I ended up meeting Jasmine, and Jasmine was like, yeah, yo, blah, blah, blah. I went to Temple University. I was like, oh, what? And that's in Philly. I'm from Philly.
Okay.
Me, I'm like, you got the part. Like,
right.
Now, granted, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't just my decision, but like she was by far one of the most talented actresses I saw doing auditions and playing the character that I wanted. And ever since then, so me, the kind of guy I am is I try to be loyal to the soil. So when I write content and I make content, you know, I usually try to get the same people, you know, because
That's
you know,
nice.
Seth Rogen does that, and Adam
Mm-hmm.
Sandler does that,
Yep.
and Spike
Spike
Lee
Lee.
does
Yeah.
that, and Tyler
Yeah.
Perry does that, and I'm
Yep.
like, why can't Issa Rae do that? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
why shouldn't I do that?
Exactly.
And
Keeping in the
is
family.
that
That's beautiful. You creating your network. So one of the things I loved too is obviously a lot of entertainers have to monetize a lot of things that we're trying to like make money off the internet now, even more so than ever. And I loved how you have like, you know, please donate to us for if you laugh, you know, give us a little donation or whatever.
mm-hmm.
So give me some ideas of what other things have you done to monetize is this video or anything else you're doing? I mean, aside from the donation.
I mean, unfortunately, man, like, you know, if you don't have a lot of followers, right, you really can't monetize, if that makes sense. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like YouTube has certain qualifications that you have to monetize. Facebook has certain qualifications that you have to monetize.
Right.
Thank God that I met those before quarantine. So, you know, putting it out on Facebook, you know, it's making, you know, it makes money or whatever. I mean, it's
Right.
something. It ain't, you know, $20,000 and no shit like that,
Right.
but
Right.
like
Right.
it does something. But I think, yo, for creatives, man, if you're not in the space, or you didn't monetize, if you can't monetize because you don't have enough followers, or you can't monetize because you don't have enough views, yo, donation is the best way to go. But donate, it's got to be tactful. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like, I'm not donating to your ass playing music, you know, just sitting there playing music. Like if you're not a DJ.
Right. Right. Right.
So I'm cool with, if you a DJ, let's do it. But if you're not a DJ, nah, fam. Nah.
Yeah, everybody's just like, I'm cute. Here's my Cash App. Like, no, it don't work.
Yeah, nah, man, nah.
But can we take it a step back, because a lot of
Yes.
my listeners are entrepreneurs. A lot of them have full-time jobs and side hustles, and a lot of them obviously out of work right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be your advice to give them as far as building your network? Like, what are some things you've done to like get to the numbers that you're at? And like, you're like, how many numbers you have on Instagram? I know you got like over.
Well, on Instagram is like 50,000 followers, 50-some thousand followers.
That's amazing.
But then
It's like 50,000.
and then my podcast page is like another 13,000.
There you go.
And then my Facebook is like 215 or something like that, 215,000.
Nice. So how do you think you've been able to get that? From just touring, doing your events, or have you collaborated with other artists?
It was I went, I used to do videos for this online media company called All Def Digital with Russell Simmons.
Oh, okay.
And they had, you know, I did content with them a bunch of times, and that really like changed everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like comedy skits or?
Yeah, so I had this series called If Men Told the Truth. So basically, like, I'd be in a scenario where I'm telling women like exactly how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I saw that.
We did. Yeah, that was like 3 years ago though.
Yeah,
So like,
I think that sounds very familiar. Yeah, that's a good way to get the word out.
Mm-hmm.
So so that's good as far as videos and you know, I guess, like, do you do email blasts at all or anything related to that?
We have email. We do email blasts. I don't find them very effective for me, and only because, you know, like, people check their emails, but a lot of times when people sign up for stuff and they don't give you their real email, they don't give you the email address they check. Because I know I don't. Like, I mean, for real. Like, I signed, like, the other day I was looking up I was on mitchellandness.com, right? And they're like, yo, you know, type in your email to get 15% off, right? I'm like, all right, bet. Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
So I type in I give them my actual email address. They have not stopped. They've emailed me at least twice a day.
Oh God.
And I'm just like, now I gotta, and it's like, man, yeah. So that's why people don't really like the whole emailing thing.
I mean, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here, because I love email marketing. Because for my business, at least for like coaching, whenever I send out an email, I get a Cash App or PayPal. So it's
right. So yeah. So for me, yeah. For me, it don't really. Yeah. And I got a lot. I got thousands of emails, man. But it's just like, I've noticed it hasn't been really effective. For me, more effective is people really just go on my page and I'm like, because I'm like, when I like, on my Instagram and on my Facebook, especially my Instagram, it's very engaging. Like, I'm very engaged with my fans. I'm very engaged with people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't make it look like I'm up here and everybody else is down here. Like, you know, I comment back. You know, I respond back. You know, anybody send me a DM, I try my best to respond to everybody. It's hard, but.
Right. No, well, that's how we met. I mean, thank you. So tell me, also, you have a podcast?
Yeah.
Tell us about that real quick. The title is very interesting. No,
I'm
I mean,
teasing.
go more detail.
I'm teasing. No, yeah, my podcast is called Advice from a Fuckboy. Basically, it's about sometimes, man, we coming from the, like, so basically the podcast started because my manager at the time was like, yo, you need a podcast. You need something that people could hear your voice daily or weekly or, when you're not doing stand-up. So I was like, all right, bet. So I kept thinking of a name. And then finally I was like, yeah, Advice from a Fuckboy. And he was like, man, like, why would you name it that? And I was like, yo, like every man at some point of his life has been one, and basically what it is a guy who lies to women to get what he wants. I've done it. I don't know if you're married or whatever, but if you're married, your husband has done it. Like, yeah, see, exactly. So we've all, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah.
Well, thank you. And how can people find that show?
Well, I mean, it's on, so the podcast is on, all platforms, Apple and Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, wherever you can listen to a podcast is there. It's called Advice from a Fuckboy. Look, here's my thing. This is what I don't like about like shouting your shit out. If people want to find you, they'll find you. I just realized that like people act like people be act like if you want to find something, you will find something. Like if you want to, like niggas, people always be like, yo, man, like I can't find tickets because you're not looking.
Right.
You're not looking. You want me to spoon feed you. So for anybody out there, nah.
Type in Clint Coley on Google and everything will pop up, right?
Everything pops up, man. It's not that difficult, man. So, but yeah, no, Advice from a Fuckboy. And it's not it's advice from an FCK boy, but
okay.
That started. So
and the last question is, what's next for you as far as, are you doing any more videos? Is this quarantine video over, side by side over?
I'm gonna be completely transparent real quick. All right. I wasn't even gonna do this interview because I'm not really in the best mental space. Anybody I just lost, during COVID, I lost my grandmother, lost my father.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? And
oh my God.
I'm not in the space to make no content right now. Like I'm not making no content. There is nothing next right now. Like it's just me. Yeah. There's nothing that I don't know when I'm going to decide there's going to be something next. I don't know. Like there's no, like right now, there won't be any more episodes of Side by Side. Like none of that. You know what I'm saying? And, so we'll see, we'll see.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, you good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thanks for being here for us. And
absolutely. Anytime you need me to come through, I'm down.
Yeah, because I love promoting creatives. That's I'm a writer, so and I'm soon to be filmmaker too. So
all right, yeah, word.
So I'm just really, I love to celebrate us.
That means a lot. Yeah, respect.
Yeah. So thanks again for being here, and
thank you for having me.
And we'll be in touch. So keep it locked on Own Your Power Radio, Own Your Power TV, and until next time, we'll see you on Instagram, Facebook, and SoundCloud.